It's a Spotify podcast. Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the show. I wanted to mention two things real quick. One, if you see a disruption with these videos going up and down on YouTube, Google's giving Williamson County, somehow they've got backdoor access and to get into my stuff. They're deleting documents off my drive. They're doing all kinds of stuff. They're trying to hack my website. I've got it locked down now. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you is I'm going to keep posting those. But two, I'm on multiple platforms. So I'm on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple, everything. We're everywhere. But the other thing is that if you do like the video, please subscribe and like it. It really would help us. We're in infancy stages. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the show. We are live. What's going on, Steve-O?
You pushed me down, thought I'd stay on the ground, counting me.
Yeah. Steve had to drive me today. So, I can't drive anymore, so anyway, Steve's driving me. Thank you.
No worries.
I had an appointment I had to go to. So today we are going to talk about AI, right? Now this is probably going to scare the shit out of a lot of people out there because I ran across it recently. Steve already knew about it, and so basically it's here. The BIPEDS are here. It's out of computers and into actual BIPEDS now. And like a lot of manufacturing companies and everybody are already investing in it. Hyundai is one of them. I think it was Hyundai for Boston Dynamics. It was one of the Asian car manufacturers. I'm going to show you the videos. So let's look at this video right now. around, and look how agile those freaking robots are. I mean, they can do any job, right? They can freaking probably drive a car. A car that's not automatic car if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of
That's scary.
the things I think seeing the bipeds really kind of puts it into, wow, these things are going to enter my world. But I mean, really, a self-driving car is a robot.
Right. Well, so yeah, but these can drive any car.
Yeah, these could
Technically anything that a human does. I mean, they were the same size as, I don't know, what do you think? They were about 5 foot tall, maybe a little bit, because these were Asian. So
yeah, I think the China ones are 5'2", and I think the Boston Dynamics are 5'1" or 5'3".
Yeah, I'll show y'all that. I'll show you the part where it's doing a cartwheel, but you've already seen this. I may or may not show you, but there is one with Boston Dynamics that here in the United States that does similar. That's the one that we just showed you was the one from China. What was the? I don't remember.
I don't know what company actually produced.
Yeah. I don't either. So anyway,
it was a demonstration as part of the Trump China summit. They were showing.
Yeah, I probably will show them a little bit about the Boston Dynamics because it does explain how once you train a skill on one, they all know it. So because they're all built the same, right?
Yeah, I think the other kind of widespread experiment you saw was here in Austin, downtown, they had the cowboy robot.
Oh, yeah, that's Elon's. That's Tesla's. Yeah. Did you know, I just saw something today as well. They shut down one of the factories that was producing the S or the whatever model it was. I think it was the S model or something. They literally stopped production, and now they're building robots now.
Elon Musk has finally announced Tesla Bot Gen 3 and 6 new updates that he claims will make Optimus the definitive leader among humanoid robots, leaving giants like Boston Dynamics and Unitree in the dust. The official premiere is expected in early 2026, and that is, without exaggeration, one of the biggest tech events of the coming year. Optimus is said to be mind-controlled, work in factories, cook, clean, and perform hundreds of other household chores. Engineers have even taught it to drive a car. Elon Musk assures us, quote, "It will not look like a robot. It will look more like a person in a robot costume." And there isn't an ounce of metaphor in these words. Tesla Bot Gen 3 is already surpassing its predecessors in every metric. It moves 3 times faster, performs tasks twice as accurately, and most importantly, it teaches itself, literally, just by observing a human. In the labs of Palo Alto, these robots are already walking through Tesla offices. They greet employees, meet visitors, and can guide them to the correct department. If you get lost on the campus, just stop an Optimus. It'll get you to Elon better than an Uber. And this isn't a figure of speech. They truly move around the company grounds 24/7, navigating space without an operator. Now imagine a million such robots walking around the world. Yep, that's the goal Elon Musk has set. However, there's challenges. In his last address, Musk stated directly, quote, "Optimus already knows how to walk in the park, but bringing it to market is an incredibly difficult task. Creating a hand that is as dexterous and as functional as a human's, that is the real engineering abyss."
So it will be in the factories very soon.
Yeah, I think they're shutting down. I think the plan is to shut down all the S lines, and they're either going to convert them to robot production or the new Tesla taxis.
Okay, well that makes sense too.
Again, same thing. The interesting thing about the Tesla's approach to self-driving autonomous vehicles versus the Waymo, the Uber stuff is Tesla is 100% reliant on visual. It only has cameras. It doesn't have the lidars.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
So, if you haven't seen one of the Waymo cars, it's got
all the
it's got a
stuff
top
on
radar,
top.
and it's got radars on all four corners,
Right.
in addition to the visual, and their safety record is a little bit better. So,
Yeah, it was funny the other day. I was coming from my attorney's office, and somebody had rear-ended. There was a Waymo there, and somebody had rear-ended it. But luckily, it's probably why it got rear-ended. There was somebody driving it,
yeah,
driving the Waymo. So,
it's definitely interesting. I haven't made the leap. It's on my list of things to do.
I haven't had a chance. You got to use the Uber app to
Yeah.
get a Waymo. So I'm kind of anti-Uber, but I'll probably, now that I can't drive anymore, will be using Uber. I'll probably be using everything, to be honest with you. So, what else is going on? So, I saw another one where that war over in the one that's fighting Russia. Ukraine. They've got nets on the side of the freaking highway that are probably about 12, I don't know how high, 12 or 20 feet high. So when you're driving, those damn things don't come and bomb the cars. So, and the only reason why Ukraine has been able to sustain this war against Russia is because they have over 1 million drones they're using. So every time a Russian troop comes across on foot, they get obliterated. There's videos out there where they're putting bombs on these damn drones, and they'll dive bomb that drone into a crowd of men and kill them. I mean, it's amazing. We're in a robot era, guys. That's where we're at now. I mean, this is insane. It's like, you wake up and all of a sudden it's here, and it's not that it's moving fast. It is moving at light speed. I mean, this technology is insane.
Yeah, I think it was CES this last year. Yamaha showed off their new robotic horse.
Robotic horse?
Horse. Yeah, it's got 4 legs. It can go.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
well, they've got the dogs and they got the mules and they got that. That would only make sense. Does it stride like a horse? I mean, does it? Is it?
It's got handlebars like a 4-wheeler.
Oh, I have seen that. It's like a 4-wheeler, but it's got legs.
Yeah. So it can do crazy terrain, up mountains, down ravines.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, and I want to say they're pretty fast, like 60 miles, 70 miles an hour. So
that's insane. Yeah, that Boston Dynamics, they got those damn dogs, the motorized dogs walking everywhere.
Yeah,
watching everybody.
Those security things.
And it's all visual. So if they don't recognize you, like if you haven't been programmed in the system, you don't have to show them anything. As you're walking by them, they're scanning the facial recognition.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's trippy what's happening.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the dog robots is, I think this was last year, maybe the year before, they've added an arm to the back so it can open doors. So it's no longer.
Oh, wow.
So it's no longer confined by closed doors or.
Well, then that means it could do security badges. It could do everything, right?
Yeah, and they carry their own. RFID badging, so they can. So it's like a master pass
Oh my
key.
God.
So yeah, eventually you'll be able to let these things loose.
I mean, well, they've already got them on. There's quite a few. They did mention that those things are roaming around like lots of military bases. Because where they were using real dogs, they don't really necessarily have to do them. But yeah, with robots becoming agile now, I mean and all they got to do is they could let one charge while another one takes over. I mean, they're running 24/7.
Yeah, that that Chinese one, I saw another video where they were training it in northern China mountains. So it was going. So they were teaching it to walk through snow, across
Well, I can
ice.
believe it.
So
I mean,
any natural environment, again, the limitations. Every day we get closer to those barriers of limitations of where these things can go and what they can do. So to your
well,
point,
they're going to be more agile. They're going to be smarter, more agile than humans. That's all there is to it. I mean, they're already smarter than humans
yeah,
because you can't keep up with an AI anymore. There's no way.
yeah,
And they have memory that will never go away. So I just saw this as a funny the other day. I can't remember where I saw it, but don't kick one.
no,
Don't start a fight with one. They don't fucking forget.
no. This little restaurant by our house, they have 2 robot servers, the little carts.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen those. That's funny.
And so there's 2.
That's Uber, right?
I don't know who these were. These their interfaces look like they're an Asian
Oh, okay.
an Asian company, but it was at a pho restaurant, and there's 2 relatively close, and we like them both. So now you want to go out for pho? It's like, yeah. Do you want to go see our robot overlords, or do you want to go to the other restaurant?
Yeah. Yeah, they have one over at you talking about the servers?
Yeah,
Yeah, they've got one over here at Waterloo Ice House, and I love them because now they always have, like, when it comes out, a waiter that's close to it will run with it, and it'll serve them typically. I have had it show up at the table, and I start taking my stuff off without it. And it knows. I mean, it knows as soon as you grab that last dish off there, it knows that, that's it. I like it because I can already tell. So if they're really busy and the chefs put that food on there, they hit that button of the table, you don't have to wait.
yeah.
You don't have to wait for them to you may need your drinks refilled at some point, but eventually these things are going to be able to fill your drinks, do all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, or I mean,
I like it.
Yeah, it'll be centralized.
yeah.
These don't take verbal direction from you yet, but yeah, so there's a time coming soon where it'll come to your table and ask you, do you want another
Right.
refill or anything like that? Or actually, it'll be using visual thing. It'll know that you need a refill.
Right.
So
Yeah. I mean, it's even better. But the shitty part is that, we're back to the UBI, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it UBI? Universal income.
Yeah.
Is it UBI? I can't remember what it is anymore. Anyway, it's universal income. So, yeah. I don't know. It's going to get crazy because I know it's already hitting the tech sector. Because, I mean, I'm already programming in automation. And if you see some screwy shit right now with the stuff, it's not automation. I've had some technical difficulties with cameras and stuff, but
What was kind of funny to me is that Chinese robot, we just saw it doing all that kung fu and all that, but there's another video of it folding laundry, and it's folding.
I saw one of those.
It's folding a lot slower than you would think, but it's a different task. It'll get faster,
Right.
obviously, but I mean, I think
they could have been training it at that time too.
yeah, their first. I think the Chinese ones they expect to bring them to market at 18,000.
Holy shit, that's lower than
Yeah.
Elon's.
Yeah, Elon's right now. I think we're
Look.
targeting about 30.
Yeah. I heard initially it was 40 to 60, but I mean, if they're coming in at 18, hell, you could buy a couple of those.
Well, and I think they're a range. I mean, so
And then
this-
they're going to limit
yeah,
and import taxes.
what they can. Yeah, I mean, definitely we won't see them for that. I mean, the top Chinese electric car manufacturer, their cars in China are $10,000 to $20,000.
Oh, okay.
But if you import them here, you double that price.
Double it.
You know,
Yeah, because of tariffs.
because of the tariffs and the restrictions.
If you can even get them.
If you can even get them.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things. It's build your BYD is the Chinese car company.
Okay.
And
Yeah. I mean, just like with solar panels, when I imported all those damn solar panels in here, it was 100% tariff on the fucking solar panel. So
yeah, BYD actually has a larger global share in electric cars than Tesla.
oh wow.
Because they just said, forget the U.S. market for now because of the tariffs. So they went with a European and a South American model, and they've just built a huge factory.
Yeah, so that energy.
I think it's in Brazil.
Brazil.
And they're looking at a deal with Mexico. And that will get really interesting if they build a factory in Mexico. Does it fall under a different tariff structure? Because our deals
Gotcha.
with Mexico are a lot better.
Well, the problem that we're having right now in the United States is energy. And the other problem is that each one of those mega, or what do they call them? They're not called megas. They're called
The
giga.
Yeah, the gigafactories.
Gigafactories. They take 100. No, let me think about this. How many gallons? It's 100 million gallons of water to cool those damn things or something. It's an atrocious. Maybe it's a million. Maybe it's 1,000,000 gallons of water per each gigafactory. I can't remember. I'm shitty with numbers, but anyway, it's a hellacious amount of water. And the cool thing with the new ones is they're recirculating the same water. So, but they built that one down, or they're building that one down in South Texas, and yeah, I mean that's a shit ton of water. You know, it's over 1,000,000 gallons.
Yeah, competition for water is going to get very serious. We are entering, or we're in the middle of a
Huge drought.
huge drought cycle.
I saw something on that too.
And yeah, it's not getting, everyone, yes, global warming, but this summer we're expecting, or next year we're expecting another super El Nino, which is going to dry us out even more.
I mean, yeah. So Northern California, that's at the end. Is that the Colorado River that runs to the north of? There's a river that runs from Colorado through Northern California, and it starts somewhere up north. I just saw a special on it where they're trying to regulate how much water people are using upstream, because now, since they rely specifically on the snowfall. Well, since the snow hasn't been falling that much, it's not melting off and it's not filling this damn river, and they use a ton of water.
Yeah.
So, and then the energy, since the United States is low on freaking energy, we're having to negotiate with Canada on energy. So I'm not following it that close, but I mean, technology-wise, we're growing. They're putting these gigafactories everywhere. Tesla's got 2. I mean, Google's got like 20-something.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big companies have been
building them.
At least solidifying the sites, buying the land. They're in a race ahead, trying to stay ahead of regulatory, blocking them out of being able to build these things.
Well, now, as long as the administration, when the administration change, we'll see what happens. But as of right now, I mean, they're on a race to build the biggest ones. I mean, they're talking, one Asian guy that I saw is investing $500 billion in, he was talking to Sam Altman, I believe. I can't remember. I've been watching so much tech. I can't remember. Anyway, they're investing like $500 billion just to get the capacity. Don't you know that freaking Nvidia stock is about to go through the fucking roof?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the processing. The GPUs that they're using for all these robots is, and I'm no stock trader or I don't have shit in the market, so I'm brokered and shit, but the GPUs that they're using is primarily made by Nvidia. They have blocked Nvidia from shipping their chipsets to China. That was one of the big things with China that they were pissed off at the U.S. about, was because they couldn't buy the GPUs from Nvidia. So anyway, that, and they're going to keep getting bigger and bigger and faster and smaller, you know. I said bigger, but I meant the GPUs are going to get bigger, and then the size of them will end up getting smaller. But I mean, it is insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Insane.
and this is the whole reason you have the tension over Taiwan, because that's where China's getting their GPUs. Is
Right. Well, and were, I don't know if they still are, but they used to be the largest chip maker in the world. So they were making like 60 or 70% of all the chips at one point. And I don't know if that's true or not anymore, but, you know, especially since the tensions. I know whenever what was it? How long ago was that? I have a hard time with time too. How long ago was that whenever all the manufacturers, the automobile manufacturers couldn't get chips? That
was in the
like 6 or 7 years ago or something like that.
Well, there's been a couple of cycles of it, but I think the most recent one the one you're thinking about was 17, 2017-ish.
So Steve and I were talking earlier. We were like, what are we gonna, talk about today, And then it's like science fiction is now science fact. You were telling me about that, the laws that they're not following.
This is, I think, it's Isaac Asimov in the 50s. He wrote the 3 laws of robotics.
Right.
A robot can't
kill a human.
Hurt a human. It can't. Law 2 is it must obey humans unless it conflicts with law 1. So you can't order a robot to hurt someone.
Right.
And then the third one is that it will do anything to preserve itself as long as it doesn't conflict with laws 1 or 2. So it'll try and take care of itself as long as it's not hurting a person.
Yeah, they're not going to follow that rule.
And then
they're building them to kill people already.
Yeah, well, and then they added he added the 0 law, which is an expansion of law 1 to humanity, not just a human. And people, and me included for a long time, was under this, rainbow happy sunshine day illusion that these laws are in place. These are a fictional device that so it could create tension in a story. They're good and they're referred to constantly.
Well, and they've had that like in iRobot. They had a bunch of that stuff.
Well, that's his story. iRobot is what he wrote the laws for.
Oh, okay.
So he wrote that.
Okay.
He wrote that story a long time ago, and it became so part of the nomenclature and robots and
nobody's programming that in, right?
There's not an effective way to do it yet. And you go back to, now robots, there definitely wasn't a hard circuit way that they were going to be able to do this. So there was hope, with AI frameworks and all that. And this is another one. It's like everyone's like, oh, there's rules and frameworks and all that. There are no enforceable rules for AI efficacy.
Well, there's no laws yet.
There's a couple of acts. The Europeans have an act. There's the UK Institute who has set up some safety guidelines for science. the U.S. This administration, Trump, signed some basic things, but overall, I mean, there's no global, so
Right.
and we're just like anything else, we're in an arms race, we're in a technology
Right.
race, so efficacy in that, and this is one of the big things with the difference between the Chinese-based AIs and the U.S. or European models. Even it's not that they don't have ethics; it's they're being written from a cultural standard. So the Chinese AIs are more focused on the party surviving than the person.
Gotcha.
So there's already an ethical break in what a Chinese AI will do
of course.
versus
And
a U.S. based or
Well, and
European
then
based.
the part of the problem with the importing is since they are a computer, right?
Yeah.
And then they've always talked about computers, coming from China, like the Huawei or WeWow or what was it called, that software that we blocked from coming in here. There was a company that was building cell phones that had this software built into it,
Oh, the WeChat.
WeChat,
Yeah.
and then it had some spyware in it to where they were like, the same kind of thing with the TikTok. Whenever they were saying that they blocked it from government use because they felt it had spyware in it.
Wow.
I don't know if it does or not, but more than likely it does.
Well, the interesting thing is they don't allow it in China for general consumption. They don't let their citizens.
Oh, they don't.
No.
What, TikTok?
TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
The algorithm is scary, perceptive, and fast. We saw some research back in my Walmart days, and 45 minutes of exposure is all it took for the AI to dial you in.
Wow. Wow.
And that was fully engaged, and it became effective like in 12 minutes. It was crazy quick.
Wow.
And again, in those ethical bounds, because the way they tested this, which was kind of cool, is they built an AI agent to interact with TikTok. And some of these agents, they gave this agent was depressed. This agent was considering suicide. This agent.
Oh, wow.
And those models, the algorithm is about retention. How do I keep you engaged?
Right.
So for those people with depression and suicide, it was putting them into a downward spiral.
Oh, shit.
And actually,
showing them more negative shit.
More negative shit. How to successfully accomplish your suicide.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, no, it's
And it's Chinese corporation, so you don't. I mean, you're not now. What is it? A subsidy of a Chinese corporation? How'd that work?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now it's still owned by
China or
Chinese tech.
but
Yeah. But yeah, no, it is.
Make sure some bitch don't go off.
Yeah, it's crazy, and in the U.S. and the meta version Reels is just it's a similar act.
Well, I put mine up there. I don't really get on social media that much anymore. So
no, but and that was an interesting one. I saw this article. It's no longer if you have kids. It's no longer about limiting their screen time. It's limiting the type of screen time that they have.
Interesting.
So,
you mean what kind of platform that they're going to?
Yeah, so like Instagram, especially for young females, is incredibly detrimental.
Really?
Yeah. It puts you and in general, because what it does is it's that whole keeping up with the Joneses. But now the Joneses aren't your immediate school friends or all that. It's the world. So you're in constant competition with just unrealistic things, and
Right.
the way it reinforces, the way you get more followers, and it's all reinforcing behavior, and it's based around, in general, superficial.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of people now starting to say, you know, you shouldn't let kids under 18 use Instagram.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And especially, like we were just talking about me taking Naomi from LTX Studios and putting her on Google platform, Google AI Studio.
Yeah.
You can make, and when y'all see, this is computer generated by 2 different companies. My AI avatar for Naomi, if you go to the end of these videos, she's sitting in a chair in the studio laughing. But, and that's going to change today on the newer ones, because what I'm doing is I'm building her scene by scene. But yeah, you're going to see the brunette that you see in there asking questions and stuff like that. That's all AI generated. And it looks real. I mean, it looks real. I'm sitting there going, this is crazy. I mean, this is crazy. So, I mean, you literally can build fictitious avatars and make them do anything.
Yeah.
And then these people are watching them, and they're not smart enough to know that, they're not. It's just basically not being educated on what you can create. I mean, I had no clue that it would be this easy too. I mean, it's freaking easy.
Yeah.
It is not hard whatsoever. It just takes a little bit of concentration, to learn the steps. But once you learn the steps, there's only 3 tools that you really need to know. And once you learn those 3 tools, Nano Banana, VO3, and there's a couple others, but basically that's it. And you can make your own movies. You can make anything.
Yeah, I think that's one of the the more prevalent scams out there is they're cloning people's voices.
Well,
So yeah, I mean
11 Labs.
11 labs. Not that they're doing it, but just the 2, really just the first rabbit holes we did.
Yeah.
Has enough of our voice for it to sample and create.
It takes 15 seconds of voice saying any kind of random shit you can clone, like with 11 Labs. Or was it 15 meg? It was either 15 meg or 15
meg.
seconds. I can't remember. It's 15 something. And I've got like a minute and a half of, like, if you want to cut it up, and refeed it in there. But I clone Mom's voice, and it literally sounds like Mom talking.
Yeah, and now Grandma getting a call from their grandchild.
Right.
I'm in jail. I need you to wire $1,000 to.
You know what those guys did? They cloned my voice. They called my mom while I was in jail, and the only way that she didn't know that it was not me, and she told me, is because I said mother.
Yeah.
When it said mother, yeah, because if you don't use the correct words, like how that person communicates with that person, but they had me for months. I'm surprised. But anyway, yeah, they're literally doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you can't tell as a human because it sounds exactly like that person. It's scary, and it's happening now.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to do.
Yeah, there's a new phone service they're marketing towards the elderly. It's called Tin Can or something like that. But it basically lays over your phone, and it will only accept calls from pre-approved numbers. It will only let you make calls to so if you click on a link and it tries to rewrite you to a different, it won't do it. And I'm like,
I kind of like that.
I was like, forget the elderly. I want that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
So
I'm going to eventually, once I get Naomi up and going past this editing stuff, I would like to build and I already know how I'm going to do it. I probably shouldn't say it, but they're going to do it anyway. But a call router So basically, an AI that picks up the phone, answers the phone like a calling service, and then if in fact it is somebody that you have pre-approved, then it's a private number that call gets routed to. And so I think that's a great, because I don't talk on the phone. So, you can't get me on the phone. It's almost impossible. Unless you're 3 people right now, you're not getting me on the phone. So,
I mean, I've got my Apple setting, so I mean, it silences
everybody.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
good.
if you're not in my direct contacts,
Right.
my phone's not ringing. I mean,
Right.
Unless I'm looking at the screen, I don't.
I tell everybody you got to contact me via email.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I get contacted. So back to the AI stuff. What other cool things have you seen? I mean, I saw they had, for that war stuff, they had a swarm of drones. All right, so the problem is that when they're doing recon and they don't know what road to go down, they'll call in the Air Force. They can drop these damn drones, and there's like 20 of them. And they're regular drones, the 4 drones, and then they got this little airplane that's like the center dude or the commander. And that guy and they're all communicating with each other. They actually will file a single file line to go down a road, and if they see anybody, and they're using these on the border right now too, if they see anybody, then they will start following them and reporting back to where these people are. The other thing I found out that they're using on the border is those damn lasers, because since the cartels can't get people back and forth, they're literally using drones to carry money and drugs back and forth across the border now. And we've got those lasers set up down there, and they're burning those sumbitches up as soon as they come across the border. So, I mean, we're in a Star Wars. It's amazing. I saw that damn laser, and I was like, so what it does is they've got a little joystick like what's on an Xbox. They literally have an Xbox joystick. They're sitting there controlling it, and once that AI recognizes that, and I'm sure it's scanning, I'm sure they've got like a radar that will make this damn thing do it automatic. But for TV purposes, they were sitting there, showing the lady how to lock on, and as soon as that sumbitch locked on, it followed it, and it's $3 for every shot, and that sumbitch will shoot a hole that damn big around into the damn drone. I mean, it almost blew one of those little white, the ones that I had one. It almost blew that sumbitch in half. It was amazing. I mean, it was freaking amazing. And the laser is hotter than the center of the sun. So, I mean, it's incredible. That's the ones that they're shooting like missiles and everything else down with. What are you looking up? I got a phone today.
Yeah, it's they have them for mosquitoes now.
For what?
Mosquitoes.
A laser for mosquitoes?
Yeah.
So, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. I was looking on Amazon to see if they're.
Oh my god. Will it burn a human?
I don't think so.
What color laser is that? Purple.
It wasn't a visible beam.
It's got to be on the blue side in order to burn. So.
Yeah, and so they were showing the prototypes are supposed to be available in the next 12 months or so.
Okay.
But this thing will shoot. This will clear like a 30 by 30.
Holy
thing.
shit! That's cool.
Yeah, and it's shooting. Yeah, it's shooting.
Oh my god, that's really cool.
They're supposed to be able to. They're working on multiple insect, any flying pests. So flies, horseflies.
Take them out.
Yeah.
That'd been good in freaking like Missouri. You got those damn horse flies.
Well, you think, and yeah, I mean, you just forget. I mean, beyond a comfort, you start talking about, can we deploy these things in areas where you've got Zika
Right.
and
Take it out.
malaria and
Right.
all these things? You can create safe zones for people.
Yeah, the only problem with that is power, but you know, like Elon was saying, all it takes is more area for. Yeah, here's another thing that Elon said the other day that I thought was amazing. He said, and I quote, that 100 miles by 100 miles of solar panels will power the United States.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Are you serious? That's all it takes to power the United States? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that seems. I've seen estimates that were like 1,000 by 1,000 kilometers. I haven't seen anything that low. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that was low. But he said 100 miles. I'll go back and I'll look it up. But it was 100 miles by 100 miles square of solid solar panels is what he said. I think he said it was 10 watt. Is it? No. 10 kilowatts. I can't remember. Numbers are bad with me, but it was something really small amount of land. I mean, in Texas, we got that all over the damn
go
place.
out to the Panhandle and
Yeah.
yeah, where you can set the cruise control and take a nap, and that's not with a self-driving vehicle.
Yeah, I know. That's insane. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's that is a small number, and you talk about, you get out into the ocean and offshore platforms that can just basically float and charge batteries, that you go out and pick up the batteries and switch them.
I saw those the other day. The water windmill things.
Yeah.
That was the first time I've seen those with the waves, how it pushes those over, and I mean that was incredible.
Yeah, the windmills that I think I'm getting really interested in, they're tulip. So they just look like a cylinder, and they don't take up near the space of a
Really?
windmill, and they're any directional. So wind from any direction will spin them.
Omnidirectional, yeah.
Omnidirectional.
Yeah.
And they look like a piece of art. I mean, quite frankly, it looks like not a wind chime, but those wind things
Oh
that
yeah.
spin.
Just a massive one or what?
No, they were only like, probably 3 feet tall, and 12 by 12 square.
Oh really? Oh
And
wow.
you would set, like, they showed an installation on a house, and it had like 6 going across the peak.
Oh my
And
god.
it was powering most of that house.
Oh shit.
So the solar panels that I think are super cool are the sunflower ones. So
Oh yeah, we have those over off of I-35.
yeah. So
Are you talking about the big ones?
yeah, where the pedals. Well, they're making smaller kind of household units where the petals actually close on themselves and self-clean, and then they open so they look like a flower.
Oh.
But like a sunflower, it moves. It follows the sun, so it's getting as much direct sunlight as possible.
I didn't realize sunflowers did that.
Yeah, sunflowers. They
Follow the freaking sun?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Every
That's
day.
why they call them a sunflower. Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, no. The three things that I think people are kind of aware of and not talking about enough are AI, energy, and water.
All the things we need. We're going to have desalination units before long, it seems like.
Well, and that's the thing is, I mean, I've seen estimates. It's really between $10 and $100 billion to get a much more efficient desalination. We have desalination factories. Saudi Arabia has built some, and there's some in Australia, and
We're gonna. I mean,
they're
that's
just
the
not.
alternative.
Yeah, right now they're not super efficient. They're expensive to build. They're expensive to maintain. But if this is the countries that have the economic power to invest and perfect this technology don't need it yet. And by the time they do, it's going to be too late for a lot of these countries that we could, you, if we had, if you have water security,
Right.
then it's a lot easier to have food security.
Right.
And once you have
You gotta
water,
have water.
once you have water and food, that takes so much pressure off economies and people
Right.
and all that.
Right.
That it's crazy.
Well, now you got to factor in energy.
Yeah, well, and
I mean, you can't go without AI now. I mean, that's the future. So
no, for sure. But I mean, you look at kind of the poster child for it. It's not, if you ask someone like how do you fix Africa, it's actually right now it's infrastructure is the biggest thing.
they got the
there's-
water taken care of.
It's not that they don't, but even if you shipped all the water and they can't distribute it. So if they built a U.S. style or a European style highway system from north to south and east to west across Africa, and the problem is that you've got so many different countries.
Well, and the problem is probably why. The big question with anything and everything is why. Why do you do it? I mean, do they have natural resources? That's the only reason why we've never gone in there.
No, they do. It's just right now the resource is labor. I think it's part of it is people don't understand. I mean, you see Darfur and all these giant refugee camps. So let me ask you, how long do you think a refugee on average spends in one of those camps?
Oh hell, a long freaking time.
Well, see, at least you know that. I was in a very educated room when this question was first posed to me, and most people were like, 2 years, 5 years.
Why do they spend a long time in there? Human nature is that if you're not working for something, then you're going to be lazy. That's another reason why fucking robots are getting back to the AI thing. The reason why these robots are becoming priority number one. I've been to Tesla. I've worked in Tesla. I've worked there for months. As a contractor, doing a lot of security stuff for them. And let me tell you something. I saw how lazy fucking people are. I mean, I talk to managers. That's the reason why these manufacturing companies, because they can go 24/7. One, they're trying to sell it to the American people like, well, all these repetitive tasks. People are having to use their muscles and this and that, and they get worn out. Yeah, that's true. But a fucking robot doesn't mess up. It doesn't quit. It doesn't. People are going to say, well, they break. Yeah, but I can replace that sumbitch with that one that's sitting there waiting to be charged. I can have that one come over here. I can take one from that factory down the way there. I can move it up here in the programming as soon as it comes up here and it realizes that the RFID hits that damn thing and says, hey, you're in K234, whatever. You do this task now. And since all these other ones are already been programmed that skill, it instantaneously knows the skill 110% and it starts working. Let me tell you something. This is our future. I mean, this is why kids that are going to college, this is the scariest thing in the world right now. Well, I'll tell you what's even more scary. It's for people like us that are about 10 years from retirement.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm about to be retired, so I ain't worried about it. But the people that are in between that gap, you were a fucking coder, and your whole fucking world, you're now unemployed, and there is no more coding. Because AI is now doing coding. Or what's going to happen is you're making $150,000 a year as a coder. I can bring in a $30,000 a year body to control just the intermittent actions in between the code and the AI. Eventually, that's going to be simultaneous. I mean, it's going to be, there's not going to be a warm body there. But, I mean, that's the scary part.
Yeah.
If you've gone to school, got your bachelor, hell, got your master's, or your PhD, I mean, professors in the future are not going to be needed.
No, not in the way they are now.
No,
sure,
because AI is now able to do computations and everything else and be able to educate. I mean, over in China, here's an example. I watched another video a while back. They've got AI sitting in a classroom watching all the students. It analyzes all the papers, and they are segregating. If you are creatively minded, you go to a room. If you're mathematically minded, you go to a different room. If you're some other kind, I don't know what the other kind of minded is, but, or maybe you just not fucking interested and you go to another room. I don't know. But they are actually segregating the kids by their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And that damn computer system is telling them what, and they're all using tablets, so it's instantaneous into the computers. I mean, it's coming, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's here.
I mean, and that's so before we get off the refugees.
Oh, so, refugee. Yeah.
So the average time is 17 years.
Holy shit. I didn't know it was that long.
Yeah. 17
I would have
years.
never guessed it was that freaking long.
And the primary issue is once you get in, it's proving you who you are, so someone will accept you outside of it because they are refugees.
Well, it seems like, I mean, what's the point in keeping them there?
Because they fled something and now they don't have identities, basically.
Oh, okay.
So,
but that'll all change in the near future too.
Well, and this is one, and this is this was one of the things that Microsoft was doing with blockchain, was trying to create a digital identity for these people.
Yeah, so, that won't take long.
But it has. I mean, and again, it's lack of funding. It's lack of funding. It's lack of acceptance.
Well, yeah, because it takes money. But with rapid DNS, not DNA, huh?
With the rapid DNA, yeah.
Rapid DNA now, they can find, and then with databases, they can actually find family members or history. And they, even if you say you're from fucking wherever, Timbuktu, and they go, well, wait a minute, we got another family member or two more family members over here. Now you're going over here. So,
yeah, and it becomes.
Then you're fucked.
It, again, slippery slope with identity and protection and privacy and all that. That's the thing. But you're gonna have to balance that. Can you imagine? You flee a war, you end up in this refugee camp, and even if you have documentation, you can't prove that the documentation is real because the government that you just fled destroyed everything, or was destroyed.
Right.
So now it's. I don't know if you are a school teacher or an axe murderer, and that's kind of one of the interesting technology things that we'll have to deal with. It's digital identities, and then how do you protect digital identities? You talked about DNA. It's like,
well, they're going to match. Eventually, they'll match. I don't know if you knew this or not. I just found this out. DNA actually stores, you can store stuff within the DNA string.
Yeah.
So they will probably, and that gene splitting, where they can split the DNA strands and all that kind of stuff, I forget what it's called. Anyway, they're going to probably end up storing identifications within the DNA structure because it instant replicates, which is freaky as fuck to me. You put one in, and then all of a sudden, all of them have got it. But anyway,
Well, one of the craziest things I saw the last time I went to one of the GS1 conference, which is the company that does barcodes.
right.
It was one of their innovation prizes went to this company, and they're sequencing a yeast that applies to seeds, and then the fruit that bears from that plant can be traced back to that yeast tag.
That is insane.
So you can know what seed that apple came from, what seed that orange
Oh
came
my God.
from. So
It's getting scary. Yeah, you're not going to be able to hide. You won't be able to hide.
yeah, I mean, and that's that's both a good and a bad thing. It's again, it's once that level of tracking exists in the human biome, it's how do you safeguard and make sure people don't switch your
Well, how do
information?
you safeguard?
You know, imagine a nightmare blackmail scenario. It's like,
Well, imagine.
I'm gonna turn you into
Yeah.
America's Most Wanted if you
Well,
don't pay me $50,000.
Well, imagine being able to eat something and a virus, I don't know, a virus or something reprograms the strain if they get that sophisticated where they can. I mean, this stuff, it
Oh, yeah,
sounds
no,
like science fucking fiction, but we're
it's-
in the middle of this
we
shit
are
now.
we are so close. Yeah, DNA or gene sequence toxins that only you can
Yeah.
get down to a person. Or what's scary is you can wipe out lineages, a family of people.
I'll tell you what I was thinking about earlier. This is scary shit. With this robot stuff, say people like want to kill your ass. I was thinking about this earlier. Somebody rogue out there could fucking program a damn robot to come and kill your ass. Now, I was sitting there thinking about all the technology involved, like GPS, and it has to have this and that and this and that. So there is a lot of indicators that would indicate it. But you take a Chinese fucking robot, you get it over here, or you get an American robot with Chinese fucking technology programming it. I mean, there's some shit that they could do to fuck us up. I mean, bad.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing with cars. I was sitting there thinking about it. I mean, if you wanted to kill somebody, like say God forbid the fucking government wanted to kill your ass, but you get in one of those fucking Waymos and somebody hacks into that sumbitch, they could run it off of a cliff.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen videos of those things, and I heard some hacker stories where that shit can happen.
I mean, you talk about one of the things that there's still some resistance to, and I see why is you got compounding pharmacies where they actually are making specialized medicines for
Right.
them. So I have a unique. People are still doing that, but eventually these are going to be mixed. These compounds are going to be created by machines. Now you hack that machine. You pick up your
You don't
medication.
even have to be there.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have to be there.
And it's fucking producing all this fucking medications from this company. Now, damn good and well they're going to try to have those offline. But somebody gets in there with a thumb drive and plugs that sumbitch in and
Yeah.
puts that virus into the system and it replicates. That's the thing. So I've been a network security engineer for the last 30 fucking years. Let me tell you something. It does not take hardly anything to put a fucking virus into a system. Even today, you can put, if I make a virus that's not known by the virus protection companies, and it's not known how that virus is embedded into the system or what memory it's going into or if it's stored into a chip or what, if it's in a fucking chip, you're not going to find it. If it's not software, you're not going to find it. And let me tell you something, if they embed that shit into a chip, unless an American manufacturer goes in and starts reading all the code on those fucking chips, you're not going to know. But with that being said, robots are going to be building robots in the near future.
Yes.
No shit. I mean, you want to talk about cheap fucking labor. You don't have to have fucking kids over in China fucking making whatever the fuck. You got these robots. I mean, at what'd you say, $18,000 a fucking piece?
Yeah.
You can't even feed a fucking kid for $18,000 a piece. All that rice and shit. I mean, these guys are gonna be working 24 fucking 7. Theoretically, shit should be getting cheaper. It won't. But that's the other thing with all these motherfuckers losing their jobs. 20 to 30 to 40% unemployment is coming, and we got to figure out what we're going to do in the future. 20% is a low number unemployment, and if y'all think 4 or 5% unemployment is a big fucking deal, that is nothing compared to what the fuck is coming.
Yeah.
I mean, Elon, the reason why he said AI is because the sky's the fucking limit with AI. They're stronger, they're faster, they don't wear out. They more than likely they're not really going to break. I mean, they will break down eventually. It's just like a fucking car. After X amount of 100,000 miles, they already know at 100,000 miles the reason why your warranties fucking break is because all those parts have been registered to 100,000 miles. X amount of times up and down, it's all on an average. They'll know these robots and how long that they last and how many hours they can go and how many times the batteries can be recharged. And if they're using hydrogen to power the batteries, how much hydrogen it takes to power the fuel cell or whatever the fuck it takes, they're going to know. And but the return on investment's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, the production's going to be doubled, if not tripled, because you can use the same robot over and over and over and over for all the 24/7. It leaves the line at a certain, they'll stagger it to where it leaves the line, it goes charge up, another one comes in its place, it keeps working, Yeah,
and I think the other one that's, kind of quietly going on in the background is on-demand manufacturing. And
well, that will happen now that you have. So the main problem with that is on assembly line manufacturing, you can't have a new product because you got to have these people trained in that fucking product, right? So manufacturing will change because, like, I know what you're about to say is on demand. All it takes is that computer knowing, okay, well, I got to do this. You might have that same robot building the whole entire product instead of moving it from person to person to person.
And the piece that I'm talking about is you're starting to see it now is replacement parts. So
give me an example. Oh, you mean like automotive replacement parts or
dishwasher, oven.
Okay.
So now, that repairman gets there, or that repair robot gets there. They open up the panel and, this sprocket is gone. I don't have to order it. I go out to my van, I 3D print it in 15 minutes.
Yeah, the only thing with that, I mean, yes, you could do a temporary part, but the problem is that most of that's plastics, right?
3D is now doing multi-mediums.
Are they?
So yeah, you've got metal, you've got concrete. I mean, 3D printed houses. You can print a house out of concrete.
Yeah, I saw that thing where they print up in California. They did a whole fucking neighborhood.
Yeah. The other one that was in that kind of instant housing thing is this. It's a blow up. It's canvas and it's got concrete in between, sandwiched between the canvas. You blow the structure up with air, and then it's got water spouts, and you flood it, and it dries in 2 days, and it's a concrete structure.
Holy shit!
So yeah, that's
wild.
It's crazy. We're
getting to the point, but I mean, in order to get to that. I mean, you're going to have people buying this shit, and that's the problem. That's the main problem, is how are people going to make money?
Yeah.
I mean, these people seeing these, what did I say it was, Boston Dynamics?
Yeah.
Boston Dynamic robots that are in these Hyundai plants, they're already training them. you see that fucking thing, like they just had a 60-minute special that I saw that it was learning these processes. If you know that these damn things are coming in, you know damn good and well it's going to take your job. I mean, the writing's on the wall. If you're in a plant building cars, you better start looking for another fucking job. I'm telling you right now, Tesla's going there, Hyundai's going there. You know damn good and well Honda and all these other ones, after seeing that video we just showed, that they're all going to go there.
Yeah.
And because they're going to want to pump out hellacious more numbers.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and again, it's manufacturing, food service. I mean, as you start replacing people with automation,
what do you do?
What do you do? And the other piece that we are dangerously slow on is government reacting to this change. Because I've talked to you this before. It's that one robot is running 24 hours. That's 3 shifts. That's 3 people. That's 3 people's taxes.
People. That's taxes on 3 people in a 24-hour day.
That just went away.
All right.
And as that expands,
and those fucking robots don't pay taxes.
Yeah, they're not. And we're gonna have to come up with new funding for government. Governments are gonna have to figure out how to fund themselves.
Right. Well, and that's another thing. That's probably going to be the demise of a lot of shit right there, is that because crime's going to go up, everything's going to go up. When people are unemployed, and even if they're on government subsidies and they're locked into X amount, but their quality of life has now dropped. I mean...
Well, and the poster child for this is... the California gas tax. California has the highest gasoline tax.
Oh yeah, let's go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah, and it's that tax is supposed to help fund roads and infrastructure.
Well, fucking California's gone. They might as well just
that's a different story.
Might as well just kiss their ass goodbye. I mean, but tell them about that other deal.
But then they mandate electric cars. Now, electric cars don't buy gas, so you're not collecting that gas tax anymore. So now California's trying to figure out, okay, well, we're going to have some kind of usage tax. So they're going to be looking at a way to charge you by the mile you drive that vehicle.
Fuck that.
And
who in the hell would live in California if they're going to charge you?
Well,
that's starting to sound like Mexico taxes.
Well, it's coming because not that they'll successfully achieve 100% conversion to electric in the near future, but it's already gotten to a tipping point where they're not collecting as much gas revenue because they do have.
Well, of course.
So it's like.
Right now their fucking gas is about $8 a gallon in California. It's probably about seven something, but super unleaded's probably encroaching on.
It's approaching $9.
That's fucking insane. I mean,
it's approaching European fuel.
That's
costs.
insane.
But in the typical shoot yourself in the foot, they're not differentiating in the laws that they're proposing for these taxes for usage. They're not differentiating between an electric and a gas car. So if you still have a gas car, you're still paying the fuel tax, and you're going to be paying this usage tax on top of it.
Yeah,
and they're saying, well, that will make people switch to electrics faster.
No, what that's going to make them do is move the fuck out of that state, just like all the other companies are doing.
People are in love. I mean, people that live there.
It's a beautiful place. I think it's gorgeous in California.
I lived there for six years.
But I tell you what, if I drove up to the fucking gas pump and I saw $8 and I saw in Texas it was $4, I'd be like, oh, that doesn't take a hell of a...
Yeah, it was...
I'm going to commute from Texas.
Everything from when I accepted the job in California was about what is my strategy to get out of California. I needed to put a reasonable amount of time for my experience because people look... There are some, especially in technology, there's some good things to having, I worked in California, I worked in Silicon Valley on your resume, but you got to balance that. And when I moved out of California, I did the math. Basically, the time I ran in deficit in California was what it would have cost me to get a master's degree. So
That's
it's
insane.
like,
Yeah, the silicone's running out of the valley in California.
yeah, no,
I mean,
it
they're
is.
fucking leaving. They're like, fuck this. Let's go somewhere else.
You know, I mean, it will be interesting to see when it starts to affect institutions. Like eventually,
Well,
Stanford's not going to
guarantee
want to
you-
be only in California. You see, Berkeley's not going to
Well, they're
only
going to
want to be
have
in
to. They'll
California.
have to
They're going
move.
to create satellites and online
Well,
learning and all those
that's
things.
not the main factor. The main factor is when these kids realize, what the hell am I going to go to college for?
Yeah.
I mean, right now they're probably willy-nilly still focused on, all right, I'm going to do the basics and all that stuff, but what do you get a degree in that, I mean, you can get it in medical, legal, not science. Fucking AI is already mixing fucking drugs, coming up with new synthetic drugs. What was the other thing that they announced the other day? I can't.
I mean, in legal, I just saw. I mean, in the last 6 months, this attorney tried to have AI present his opening statement. The judge shut it down, but it was, he wanted it to be a full video presentation. He's then just turned around and used his AI notes and presented himself, but that is already starting to create precedent. When
the first
AI,
one wins a court case,
yes,
that will set it, or loses.
I mean, quite
It'll
frankly,
set a precedent.
Just allowed to practice.
So that's the other thing. These chat has already passed. It passed the medical.
Oh yeah, the MCAT, the medical board,
and it also
bar,
the state bar.
Yeah, in all 50 states, and I think they have one that's running. I think it's just completed all 72 countries.
I mean, it's insane.
But
the thing is that here's the thing: is your AI, because there's no way in hell you can go up as a human. Now, the one thing with humans that is over, because the jury will always be human. The juries, those 12 individuals sitting in that damn chair are going to be human. So, no matter what, they're not going to have AIs in their, if you want to have an AI representing you, that'll be legal. But there will never be an robot sitting in that damn chair over there that is going to define your fate. Now, what could happen is the judge could be replaced by artificial intelligence to keep people on track, because that judge is to keep the lawyers and everybody on track with the law, and to make sure whenever a lawyer objects and stands up and says, this is subsection whatever of whatever, that judge would automatically know whether or not that lawyer's full of shit. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'd go with an AI, because I'd be like, this sumbitch knows every single bit of law, and it also knows how many cases and how many everything, and in the last 10 minutes did the fucking law change in another county. Was there a ruling in whatever county? 10 minutes ago there was a judge that made this ruling on this. So our world's changing. I mean, it's changing right now, right this fucking minute. As people watch this, it is changing, and it's not going to ever go back. Everything you knew yesterday is gone. Everything that you see in the future is our future, and we're heading there. And you're going to have to adapt, and you're going to have to know. I mean, we're not even on the fucking alien subject yet. I mean, guys, what's going to blow your fucking mind is the reason why, this is just the artificial intelligence. They're already saying that these fucking aliens are real. So, I mean, we got we got a lot of shit we're going to be dealing with in the next decade. I mean, it is insane.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be right here with you.
No, I think that's the other thing is that we're moving so fast to where AI is replacing humans, and I talked about on-demand manufacturing. Now you eliminate these warehouses of parts, but if there's a catastrophic thing within AI that wipes out AI and we're fully dependent on AI, we don't know how to do shit.
Well, that's an EMP. So if you do an electromagnetic pulse bomb, it will. Don't you know the FBI? I've said bomb now 3 fucking times in this video. Don't you know they're going to be all over this fucking thing? At least our ratings should go up a little bit.
But,
Oh, I'm sure they're watching me already.
but I mean, people don't know when to plant seeds anymore. People don't know.
Well,
what
that
crops,
you talking about with environment?
with environment, and I'm just
Well, but
and I'm,
so hydroponics, thank God. One good thing with technology is we got hydroponics going now. So you plant 24, I mean, you can plant, all year round. You can artificially with LED lighting now 24/7. You can have these fucking plants producing 2 to 3 times as much. They constantly have nutrients because they're in water. So that I'm not really too worried about. And they'll figure out how to grow fucking fruit. Eventually, they'll figure out how to grow a fucking apple in a hydroponics to where we're growing apples from. I mean, all of that stuff. I'm really not worried about the food as much as I'm worried about. Now, I am worried about the soil. I'm worried about the fucking soil, and because. That's another thing, because remember, if that soil dries up and it starts, I mean, there's a lot of fucking problems that can come with the environment. If we keep destroying this fucking environment like we're doing and replanting and planting and not letting it heal, it's really going to fuck us up long term, because there's a lot of things like wheat and stuff like that we don't have the space to do it in a damn lab.
yeah, I mean, we've cross-pollinated and created new strains, and you throw in GMOs on top of that.
That fucking GMO stuff I don't agree with. I've read a lot about GMO stuff. I don't like it.
I think the other thing about food security that is, we have, we touched on it last time, we have a population problem, a global population problem. We are
in decline or
in decline.
Well, it's in decline. You just wait. You wait. I got one more thing that's going to come. And believe you me, after the shit that I have just been through in this world, I'd have a fucking robot for a girlfriend or whatever the fuck. I'm telling you right now, with what just happened in my life, I guarantee you I'd take a robot over a fucking human any fucking day right now. Just for the fact that I wouldn't have to worry about that motherfucker sitting me in jail illegally for 3 fucking years, where they tried to fucking murder me 7 fucking times. But that's coming too. So you're talking about in decline. But is it a problem? I mean, think about what we've just been saying. Is that a fucking problem?
I think,
or is it a solution?
It kind of depends on how all these different economic factors pan out and at what speed. Is, to your point, is it a problem? Well, not if things taper slowly and we develop these other technologies. Now we're supporting fewer people.
Well, here's the thing, Steve. So part of that technology is they've in China, they've already got those fucking robots that can grow a fucking kid. So technically, all they have to do is do, what's that, embryonic, what do you call that whenever they inject the sperm into the egg?
Artificial insemination.
Yeah, artificial insemination. I was looking for the other word. But anyway, yeah, they take that artificial insemination, they put that into that incubator of that robot that keeps that baby alive. They can manipulate the population based upon how many kids that they grow per year if they need bodies. But why do you need bodies?
Yeah.
I mean, answer that question. What field that you can foresee in the next 2 decades that you need a body for?
Well, and that's
the scary part.
that's
Ladies
the
and
scary-
gentlemen, you can't think there is not one fucking field, technically, that you have to have a human being with artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Not one.
And
Not one. I have been thinking, like right now, within the next 10 years, you'll have to have a surgeon sitting there next to the robot that is doing the operations on the human.
Why?
Huh? In case it fucks up.
Why? What is the purpose of sustaining that human in this
Well,
event?
Well, you mean the one that's being operated on?
Yeah.
Well, Steve, come on now.
That's-
I mean, let's not get... I
that's
mean,
it.
why the fuck are they on the table in the first place? If you're going to do that, you might as well just put a bullet in their head.
I will tell.
No,
I will
come
tell
on
you-
now.
I will tell
I mean-
you that.
Yeah, we're not going to go there. I mean, that's like a fucking Nazi concentration camp shit right there. No, but honestly though. But here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with it. Because that surgeon is not practicing on a daily basis, doing about 10 to 15 surgeries per day, he's going to lose skills. He or she is going to lose skills. And so what ends up happening long term, it would be better to have another fucking robot sitting there watching that robot. If that robot fails in any form or fashion, that robot steps out and the other robot steps in and takes over. Because the knowledge that those robots are going to have with artificial intelligence, they keep getting smarter, but they transfer that intelligence to the other robot instantaneously. So there is no lack of knowledge. They keep getting smarter, and as they get smarter, they keep replicating that data across multiple robots within that company, and they're going to perform those actions over and over and over and over again, and eventually humans will lose the skills. We already can't keep up. We can't remember as much as they do. We can't, I mean, they're learning so much faster. I can't think of a field where they're going to be, where we're going to need humans.
Yeah. I think in the medical field and biogenetics and all that, you get.
In the interim,
you get this, almost, in the far future, you get to where death is chronic, and now I give you a choice. I can have this invasive surgery, and I can give you 10 years, and I can guarantee another 10 years of your life. Or, but you're going to be diminished in these ways. Or I can take care of this illness for 5 years and you'll get to keep living exactly how you're living today.
well, I'll tell you what's eventually going to happen is they'll say, hey, if you want to live in a fucking robot, let us do a brain dump real quick. We'll stick you in that fucking robot. That's where I'd go.
Yeah,
I'd say stick me in that motherfucking robot and keep transferring me over. But the problem is that it's going to take a shit ton of money. I mean, the billionaires in the world will be the ones that'll be able to afford it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a...
because with synthetic consciousness, as soon as they get synthetic consciousness, it's over. I mean, and as soon as they're already putting those fucking chips on our brains. As soon as they can get that chip, and then that upgraded chip that can, once they get the whole entire brain mapped out, and they take all your memories and everything and put them on a fucking chip, and then as soon as that chip gets to be transferred into a computer with synthetic consciousness, boom, you wake up and you're in a fucking machine.
Yeah.
It
becomes very interesting on rights and transferable properties and all those things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, there was
how long do you live?
Series on Netflix, Carbon. Was it Bad Carbon something?
I didn't see it.
Or basically, you got a hard drive inserted in your body, and it's uploading. If your body dies, they just transfer you into a clone.
Right. Yeah, that's... you mean a biological clone or a mechanical clone?
Biological clone.
Would you go with a biological clone or would you go with a regular clone? I'd go into a fucking robot myself.
It depend. I mean, again,
I'd be like, fuck this. Take me out of this biological shit and put me in that damn robot to where I'll never die.
you'll never die, but
You still don't...
physical sensation goes away.
No, it don't.
Well, it's
Not with synthetic consciousness. So here's what happens. They put these sensors in you, right? And they're already testing this. They got sensors in the hands. MIT's got a hand with all these sensors in it. As soon as they put the same kind of feelings, nervous system into a robot, where it's synthetically registering. Now you got to also understand something else, is that your brain being transferred into whatever chip or whatever before they put it into that robot for that brain dump, you've already experienced this.
yeah.
So all those experiences that you have, just like when a soldier gets his arm cut off, he still thinks that he has a fucking arm. And that, the fake arms that they put on them now, they're using that same memory to be able to control. Now, it is different. They have to relearn, they go through training, but they're able to control that fucking hand and stuff.
Yeah.
So now take that technology and you stick that into a robot, and yeah, the sensors may be completely fucking different, but eventually you could learn biologic. I mean, you already, and they would be able to merge that too, right?
You've got to ask, what is life? What is rights? But
see, that's where we're going to cross into this whole realm of what is life.
Yeah.
What is...
All right.
Well, right now, people, you got to use the restroom? We'll be right back. Hey, everybody, this is Bobby. I'm babysitting this next few days. Right. You want to say hi to everybody?
He did. I'm not talking.
Yeah. All right, so where were we?
So you're talking about kind of eternal life, dropping into robots,
right,
etc. And the other interesting one, I sent you a link and you can show this video. It's right now, it was Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he's talking about you can't prove that we are not a simulation.
You can't prove that, no.
And
so what makes you think that we're a simulation?
So if you just look, we may be layers down in a simulation.
Oh yeah, I did see that too.
So right now, it's where we are in our simulation. We haven't developed computers and technology enough to create a real enough simulation for the things that we are simulating, and to the point where that simulation gains consciousness. But we may be just at that stage where we've developed consciousness, but we're a computer simulation that was started as creation of entertainment for the next generation above us, and we can just
I don't think I saw that. I don't think I saw that, but
so
I get the concept though.
Yeah, but okay, so now you talk about we're going to transfer our consciousness into robots and we continue to live in the world.
Right.
But once you can transfer consciousness, do you really have to live in the world?
No. So once you can, then you could technically transfer yourself to multiple entities, if you want to call it. You could transfer yourself to, say, like there's a robot that's heading to a planet that's 10,000 light years away or 100,000 light years away.
Yeah. And if you think about it, time and distance, if we're in a simulation, these are could be constraints on the computer's power to render.
Well, time Okay, you mentioned time. So time is not measured in the same sense in space as it is on Earth. So, um, and when you're traveling at certain speeds, time, if you get to light speed, it stands still. So, and it'll actually go in reverse if you can go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, so we put in a physical limit. So if this is a simulation,
Right.
the speed of light is that physical limit. And the reason that it's there is if we travel beyond that speed, it has nothing to do with time and time travel. It is the space, your destination, the computer needs time to render it before you get there.
Well, but that won't be the.
So you
Right
don't,
now, that's a variable. In the future, that won't be a variable.
well,
The you won't have to. You'll be real time in the future because as soon as your consciousness uploads to that entity, then you are processing at normal speed.
yeah, but if you think about one of the ways these big multiplayer games work is, that full map isn't always rendered. It renders as you enter a space.
Yeah, but even like right now, reality is not rendered other than the space around you.
right.
So if you take
So in the simulation, time and distance, because right now, downstairs in this house doesn't have to exist.
that's right.
I don't know that it's down there till I go. It's down
That's
there.
right.
So the
And
time
it may not be there.
and it may not actually be there. This could.
Are we going back to when the tree falls in the forest and you're not there? Does it make a sound?
Right. It is kind of on that same vein.
You know, it doesn't have to be there, so you're not processing all the data before you get there.
Right.
Yeah, you
So-
process what's here and now.
Exactly. So
Now we're starting to get some philosophical stuff.
Are we? Can you prove to me that we aren't in a simulation?
No, you can't.
You
You
can't.
cannot prove that you're not in a simulation because
Already, which means the transferring into a body and all that is really kind of irrelevant because it's just going to be the next step in the simulation,
right.
and we don't really exist.
No,
outside.
but think of how cool it'd be if you could rent a body and be able to transfer into that simulated body that is in a different world.
Yeah, well, and that
And you
was
skip the fucking plane flight to get, or the spaceship flight to get there. I mean,
yeah, and that was the.
but then
so
how
that,
do you limit
Yeah, that series was called Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon.
altered carbon? I'll have
And
to.
one
Is that like a?
It's on
series?
Netflix. It's on
Oh,
Netflix.
it's on Netflix. I'll have to watch it.
I've
I've never watched it, but
one of the things that what it has is quote transport, but what it's doing is it's taking your digital download and it's putting it into a new body at its destination, and it destroys the body that you were just in. So there's not two of you, and that's one of the kind of the. Even if you go back into, they don't talk about it a lot in
But there could be
Star Trek, but when they use the teleporter, they're destroying your body and creating a new body. The matter is new matter, and it's really just transferring your mind and the consciousness and all that. So every time you transport, you get a new body.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you just
because they're transferring the atomic structure through a
'cause,
digital means. So it's
the whole
I never watched Star Trek either. It's funny, I'm such a techie and I don't watch these things. It's so weird.
but the laws of thermodynamics and all, you can't
Right.
nothing can be destroyed, it can just be converted. Well,
Yeah, energy can't be destroyed.
yeah, your body can't, it can't be changed into a digital or an electronic medium without
Destroying it.
destroying
No, it could.
It could.
No, it could.
But what would happen is
You'd have two.
You would have two.
Right,
Now you've
you'd
created-
have
So
two.
every time you transport, you create your duplicate.
A duplicate. Yeah, you wouldn't want that.
Right. So what that transport.
You wouldn't have two. You'd have two separate consciousnesses.
Right.
We already have that with identical twins, and you can see by studying them, they're not the same person. They turn into two different people.
Yeah.
So
and as soon as you get that, now I've created the new person at the new
Right.
destination.
right.
If you don't destroy that first one,
Well, then
which one of you is real? Which one of you?
Well,
Which
you're
one
both
of you?
real.
Well, you're both real. But which one of you retains right? Are you going to split your? Can you both sign a contract? Can you both earn money? Can you both?
Well, theoretically, yeah,
Yeah,
because you're both there. I mean, your fingerprints are the same. You're biologically the same. You still got the same fucking elements in your body until they start manipulating DNA.
Yeah. So
know.
but it creates problems.
It does create problems. So you got to destroy one to create another. So
that's one of the things that
So that's a good point. All right, on that point, since we're going down rabbit holes today, this just came to mind. You would have to have a contract to be able to kill yourself and to be able to move into another body.
Yeah.
So that would have to be passed by the government before that technology could ever transpire.
Yeah, because even technically, since you are the same entity that was just created, you have to have all your properties, your money, your rights, all that has to transfer to that new thing because it's net new. It's not the body that you were born into.
Right. Well, the other thing is that once we get to that level, which could be within the next 50 years, honest to God, it could be within the next 50 years, the way that we're moving. And when the AIs start mapping the brain, when they put that damn chip on your brain to where, you can interact with artificial intelligence, eventually they're going to come up with, I just saw today where they had this guy inside this big ass helmet that was registering all the brain waves, the different frequencies that your brain creates and all that kind of stuff. When that AI can figure out the mappings of the brain, just like they've done with DNA strands, because this is coming, and how those memories are being stored, and they can artificially do that brain dump, at that point in time, when they successfully complete that point, then those questions have to be answered.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the whole,
and it's coming.
The reason governments have shut down cloning is these ethics haven't been solved.
Well, part of the problem is, and that may be another reason why they're bringing aliens into focus, is because a lot of this stuff they can say, hey, how did y'all do it? Or should we proceed with this? Because this may be a point where a smarter entity out there that may have already done this, and this is the problem with humans. I don't think religion's going to be the big I mean, it's going to be a major fucking factor, right?
Yeah, I think there'll be some
huge fucking factor. I mean, matter of fact, like you said on that one podcast where they're already meeting and all that kind of stuff. The evangelists are already... I'm going to start turning myself. So excuse the noise real quick, people, if I bump this. Oh, fuck. That was like a lame dick right there. Oh, shit. All right. Sorry, guys. I'll try to edit that shit out. But I'm tired of not seeing Steve when I do this shit. Maybe that'll work. All right. So eventually we're going to have a better studio, Steve.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll be across from each other in lounge fucking chairs. We're going to have like maybe 2 couches facing each other. Who fucking knows? 4 microphones. Who knows? We're going to do it a little different because I like to fucking lounge around. I saw Matthew... Here's another rabbit hole. I saw Matthew McConaughey on fucking... what's his name? God, I watch him every fucking day. Old...
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan. Fucking Matthew sticks his fucking feet up there and he don't have any fucking shoes on. I'm like, yeah, go, buddy. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, my God, he trips me out. I can't wait to fucking interview his ass. I'll tell you who I want to interview. It's fucking Steven Spielberg. How did that motherfucker know all this shit in advance? Have y'all ever wondered that? Years. Fucking alien movies? What the fuck am I doing here? Alien movies and all kinds of shit, Steve. How the fuck did he know? How did he know?
I mean,
I mean,
This
you
is,
want to talk about a fucking genius.
we go back to, you have people that just have that creative mind. It's,
No shit.
I mean, we talked about it earlier in this conversation. Asimov created these theoretical laws for robotics.
Yeah.
There were no robots when Asimov was writing in the 40s and 50s. This wasn't even, So he not only did he create the concept of in his mind of a world with robots, he created governing frameworks for these robots to work within.
Right.
So he could create a story with tensions and plot and all that, which again, in other terminology is he just created new constraints for a simulation. And that story is just a simulation.
It's incredible. It's fucking incredible. I mean, who would have ever guessed that we'd be in this in our lifetimes?
Yeah. I mean, it's, and you go back, you talked about theology a little bit, but, one of the interpretations is there are both robots and dinosaurs in the Bible. It's just those terms didn't exist when the Bible was written, so they used a common term in the replacement.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
So,
I think, my belief is that what people were seeing, like stars, and what they were seeing with, they've even said, like, the Nordics look like humans. They're just a little bit fucking taller. But they're blonde hair, blue eyed. There's all different fucking kinds. There's like lizard fucking people. There's a praying mantis. Now they're saying that Bigfoot is a fucking alien, and and it makes fucking complete fucking sense why we've never found one of these fucking things, and they're always gone. So, and what's that fucking what'd you say that fish thing was?
the Loch Ness monster.
Loch Ness monster.
I saw that one recently.
That one may or may not be, but the weird part about it is that if these things have been in history forever. The bottom line is the rules. The reason why we were given these rules is whether or not it was this imaginary god up there, or whether or not it was an alien, or whether or not it was like Jesus was a prophet, but what if he was an alien that was in, who cares? The bottom line is who cares whether or not they were whatever they were. The bottom line is with the message that they were given to everybody. And that's what people need to understand with religion is yes, the people, we're looking at something from 10,000 years ago, and we're looking at historical texts from 10,000 years ago. Their knowledge of technology, if you take a fucking iPhone today, or a phone today, and showed these guys this phone, they would be freaking the fuck out thinking that you were a magician,
Yeah, you'd be burned or stoned or
that hang our asses on the cross and start sticking us with sticks like they did with Jesus, Who knows?
That's one of the arguments is miracles, gods, angels, all these are just technology that we can't explain yet.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I agree. But the bottom line is the message. It doesn't matter who or what, it's the message that is in the text that they wanted us to follow.
Yeah.
If people start freaking out over this whole religious thing, go back to the text. Whatever you believe in is what is your reality.
Yeah. That's the whole thing about faith. It is, at some point it's we currently can't explain everything.
I can explain almost everything in my mind to me. The one thing I can't explain is hell. That's the one thing I can't explain. I can explain every fucking thing else in my head. I just can't, because I've lived in hell for the last fucking 3 years, and so I'm trying to figure out that. Is it on Earth? Is it actually a fire pit of hell? Because if it is, I think I could handle it at this point. So I'm trying to figure out what, And then the other thing is that the natural laws of man, I mean, there were just 10 fucking commandments when this shit started out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Christian.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of you may not be Christians. I don't know. But anyway, and I'm not going to get into a big religious thing because I'm not that religious. But what I'm saying is that whatever you do believe in or don't believe in or whatever, it doesn't fucking change. Just because there's a smarter entity coming to this earth that's been coming here for the last 100,000 fucking years and been, whether they helped our progression in life or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, what it is I look at it as an opportunity. I look at it as AI as an opportunity. Yes, it could be turned bad against us, but it also could be an opportunity, like Steve and I've been discussing. I mean, there's technology that's going to take place that, I mean, if I can live for the next 30 years, maybe they could do a brain transplant and transfer me into a fucking robot, and I would be happy as a pig in shit. And then however long it took for me to get a new upgraded body, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going, but I can tell you this: we're going.
Yeah. I mean,
We're
and that's
going fucking fast.
and that is kind of this whole, I mean, 100 years ago, we would be elderly.
100 years. All right, so right now it is 2026.
Yeah. So
That would have been 1926 right before the Great Depression.
Before the world, before
World War One. That was World War One.
Yeah.
Okay, so during that time we had, like, I mean, you're talking
we were just getting
the Model A just came off the line in 11?
For some reason, 16 popped into my head. But yeah.
What was it? What'd you say?
16 popped into my head. But
yeah, it was somewhere in that era.
Yeah.
So we're talking the first automobiles were starting to be produced. That's 100-year fucking gap right there.
Yeah, we didn't have planes.
We didn't have planes, and we also didn't have fuel. I mean, we didn't have gas there. We didn't have a lot of shit that we got now.
Well,
I mean, we had fuel, but we had,
it wasn't it wasn't being commercially refined.
Right.
It wasn't abundantly available.
It wasn't abundantly available.
But yeah,
but look how far we've come in the gap.
Yeah.
During that time, people were living. Miners were only living in their 30s and 40s. If they lived to 40, they would be good, because the coal was killing them.
Most people 50, 55 was
it. And now we're living to the white male is living on the average to the year of 83.
Yeah.
I don't know any other statistics. I just looked at myself, and so I got to take.
I think the Japanese are about at 90. They're a little bit higher than us, and but that's conservatively over it. Technology has advanced enough to preserve us on average another 30 years. In the next 100 years...
Oh, in the next 100 years, you'll be able to live forever.
Yeah.
I mean, not biologically, you can't live forever, but you can probably clone yourself to live
forever. I mean, they're looking at,
They're saying max another extra 100 years. Ever.
Well, so I've seen some different research because, basically your body is regenerating itself.
Yeah, but it's going to break down.
There are TMUs, not like the size, or telerons, something at the end of the DNA chain. And basically every time that cell reproduces, it kind of chips away at this accuracy. And they're figuring out if they can keep those cells reproducing accurately, then basically we become immortal.
There is that immortal jellyfish.
Yeah, and that's that's one of the things that they're looking at.
Yeah,
it's just and again, it's even though it is immortal, it is reproduced all the cells. It sloughs off, just like we slough off skin cells.
Right.
we do the same thing with our internal organ. Everything is refreshing
Right.
at a rate, and and you run into cancer when you get it out of control rates.
Right.
But you get into these things of basically it becomes this limitation of there's not enough accurate information. It's making a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, and eventually, like the old Xerox machine, you just have a white piece of paper at the end.
Right.
And that's kind of what's happening with your cells. But there's also research that is being able to reassign cells back to base T cells. So now I could regenerate, organs and these things. So this idea of a dying flesh body, that while science fiction ish today, that is definitely a path of research. There's a lot of money being spent on how.
No, I believe it. I still would rather have a synthetic body.
Well,
I would.
You say that, but if they protect the technology and you get to keep your body and it's running just, and
Well, if I could stay, yeah,
yeah, and moreover, it's
a certain age,
so it
that'd
may
be different.
It may be too late for us, but a baby being born today, they may 27. So maybe we say I want my body to be like it was when it was 27, and I want to stop the biological aging at that point.
Yeah, as soon as they can do a brain dump, you technically at that point in time can live forever.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, because they can clone your body. That's not a big deal. Every 10 years, they just do a new clone. If you had the money to sustain these clones, and if they had the way of wiping that fucking clone's brain, and then they could pop it off and kill it at a certain age, and then they just kept doing this as long as you were wealthy enough to keep these clones alive and keep them, because I mean obviously they got to move around in their they'll have these artificial memories. This is the ethical part that's going to be hard though. That is a living, breathing person. It looks like you, it sounds like you, but until they do the brain dump, it's not you. And so this is kind of shit we're going to have to think about for the future, because at what point, because you're killing that person mentally. And you're transferring yourself into that biological entity at that point in time.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is a living, breathing entity. This is the question they're having with aliens right now is are those aliens, are they replicas? Are they, because they are biological entities.
Yeah. Well, and it's we struggle with it even at a more base rate. We don't even, the majority of the United States, it's illegal to commit suicide. So physician-assisted suicide in Oregon, it's like I've got a terminal illness. There is no future for me.
Right.
There's only pain and suffering,
right.
and we, as in a large part of this country, were like, too bad. We by not allowing suicide, because we haven't been able to wrestle with the ethics of it. When
you talking about killing somebody, or are you talking about somebody killing themselves?
Someone killing themselves, or someone asking for help to kill themselves.
Yeah, that's the hard part, because I mean, is that person in the right state of mind to say, I want to fucking end my life? I mean, there's something fucked up with them, but what ends up happening a lot of times, they turn to drugs and then they just kill them fucking selves,
No, yeah, I mean, but
they live this miserable fucking life, and they're looking for a way out, and they just end up ODing and fucking dying. And right now, that fucking fentanyl, man, it's killing motherfuckers. Did you know? This is something else I heard, because I watched old Kash Patel. I hope I said that right. The director of the FBI. And now I've said FBI, I've said bomb several times. I guarantee you they're going to be watching this at some point. Anyway, I like the guy. He was saying that the main problem with the United States is that all that shit's being transferred over to North Korea or other places, or the fentanyl now is being transferred to Canada or Mexico. And did you know that other countries don't have the same shit problems with this fentanyl stuff as the United States? And they're saying that what China's doing is they're actually fucking targeting our youth and killing these kids, so it wipes out generations of people. And this is I don't want to say biological warfare, but it's a fucking drug warfare against our youth to kill these kids and to kill people.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're saying it's a different country. I mean, this same argument was that the CIA created crack and to attack and everything.
No, it's other country. I mean, they're saying specifically it's China that's producing it for these means. They're not making money on it. I mean, if you watch that episode, he says they're not making money on it. This is a target to mix this in with the drugs so it kills our youth.
Yeah, because, I mean, and I believe him. Yeah, I mean, it is the whole thing. Fentanyl is an effective drug when used properly. We use it for surgeries.
Right.
We use it for... So in the right dosage, when it's not recreational, it's fine. But it is micrograms.
Right.
So
you don't have to tell me. One of my ex-girlfriends died in front of me on that shit. And I thank God I got her to the hospital. She turned fucking purple.
Yeah, but
I saved her, but my God.
Something that's just a couple of grains that you can spread over a blunt.
Well, no, what they're they're mixing it in that, but primarily not marijuana. What they're doing is they're pressing it into it's a pill.
Ecstasy and MDMA.
No. What's the other one? It's a fucking pill. I'm trying to remember what he called it. Anyway, there's a pill that people take for painkillers type pills, but they're mixing in this fentanyl and it's fucking killing these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, and that's what's her name? I mean, she was dead. She was dead as a fucking doornail. And thank God I got her there in 6 minutes. I mean, it was like, holy fucking shit. That's a story I'll tell on a later episode.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a sign of the times. When the fact that I can go into a CVS or a Walgreens and buy Narcan.
Well, Narcan's over the counter now, yeah, because it's such a problem.
It's such a problem, and the fact
that the fucking hospital gave me 2 things of Narcan to fucking keep in my refrigerator just in case that shit ever happened again.
Yeah, that is a level of insanity.
That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, they're passing it out like him. Yeah, well, and what Kosh Patel said, he said that what they're doing now is they're making that shit into gummy bears, and they're making it into certain pill forms, and they're leaving it on. They got these fucking dealers that are leaving this fucking candy and shit in elementary school kids.
Oh yeah.
In fucking playgrounds and shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a ton of
he says it is bad. He said it when you know it, it's bad.
That they are not only edibles, you can absorb enough through your skin, so they're dusting dollar bills and just throwing dollar bills out.
Oh,
you pick it up, so it's like you can't. Back in my day, you saw any money on the ground, you picked it up.
Yeah.
I don't care. I didn't care if it was a penny. I'd stole it.
I'd pick that shit up. Start dropping hundreds with it on. I'll get me some rubber gloves.
Well, and that's what
I'll run it through the washing machine before I stick it in my pocket.
It's just it is kind of scary stuff, but
it is scary. I mean, this whole world's scary. Everything's changing. So how are you dealing with what we ought to do is not just bring fucking problems into this. How do you deal with this change that we're dealing with? I mean, because you're talking about the middle class America is getting hit with, and I say middle class, it's probably kids in their late 20s, early 30s. I mean, it's going to be everybody, because they're going to hit management too, because, you know, anybody making, if you're making $120,000 to $200,000 and you're a techie right fucking now and you're a coder, you need to have a contingency fucking plan made.
Yeah.
You need to have and I always had a contingency plan. That's why I became a real estate broker, because that was my contingency plan. But now I just have a lawsuit plan.
There you go.
Oh shit! Podcasts and lawsuits. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, I mean, there are worse ways to make a living.
Oh shit!
But yeah, I mean, I tell the younger people in my lives, niece, nephews, my friends' kids, and I tell them, it's like, you've got to start planning for money sooner than you think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Keep your overhead low.
Yeah, as soon as your child's born, you should be setting up a custodial IRA, and you should contribute till they hit 18. And
You're gonna have to. Yeah.
And by the time they're 18, you need to have instilled in them that they need to continue funding that.
Right.
But they can,
Yeah, it won't be a. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, that's what bewilders me about every fucking thing that's going on right now, is that there is no fucking contingency plan. I mean, you can still get jobs right now. You can still get jobs, but it's coming. It's like a fucking train wreck that you see about to happen. It's fucking coming. Go back to that fucking video. I mean, it's coming, Steve.
Yeah.
Other than a biological entity sitting in a room talking to other biological entities, that's old school big chief tablet kind of guys that aren't real, computer savvy. Those kind of guys are going to still be sitting around, like old oil guys are going to be sitting around saying, hey, I don't give a fuck about them damn robots, but, eventually, when their competitors are out there with these fucking robots in the field and they're not having to pay for fingers and shit missing on oil rigs, they're going to start using fucking robots. And let me tell you something, when that fucking robot can work 24/7 and it's got night vision and it doesn't need all these fucking lights in it, and they've got their Sam Altman, now I've been watching shit tons of that guy, and there's a guy on Wall Street that came up with this gas, all the gas that's expelled outside of those rigs.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about now putting mobile data centers next to the rig and piping that gas for generation of electricity, and then running subsites. And then if you have those subsites going, I already know where. He didn't finish the fucking statement, but as soon as I saw these fucking robots, I'm like, well, there you go. There goes the fucking oil men right there, because what they're going to do is they're going to have these fucking robots out there. The data is going to be, it's a closed loop system.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. Now, I can tell you that jailers will always have, because of how fucking corrupt those motherfuckers are, I can tell you that jailers will have a job for a while. And cops, because the thing with robots is they're going to be able to record and play back every single thing that happens, and they're going to be following rules, and if somebody programs those fucking rules wrong, they're going to be traceable back to whoever programmed that damn thing or trained that thing. So police, fire probably will start transferring over. They'll probably do a 50-50 split. Police will start doing a 50-50 split eventually. The problem with that is like, if you got bad fucking cops, they're not going to want a fucking robot sitting next to them recording everything. That's why I think that police departments probably will start doing a 50-50 split. Plus, the liability for somebody dying.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna between AI and camera advancements, it's like eventually
Well,
they're
that's
gonna
going to
have
keep people honest.
yeah
I'd rather talk to a
yeah.
fucking robot than talk to a bad cop.
But you talk about fire. I saw some really cool
The what?
fire. I saw some really cool fire suppression stuff where it's AI camera systems, and soon in a warehouse, as soon as the fire pops up, it's directing that cannon shot and putting that water cannon shot and putting stuff out. And they've got there's a whole village. It was a historical, like all handmade wooden buildings and all that. Well, they went in and put these systems, and they made it look like just part of the roof. But if a fire breaks out, this thing pops up. It's on can go 360 degrees. It identifies the fire and it shoots up. And then every building has all these fire suppression things.
Oh, so it just automatically puts the shit out?
Yeah.
Hold on, hang on real quick. I gotta take one more. I just hear this fucking alarm going off in here. Drive me nuts. I'll be right back. Alexa, off. Alright, I'm back. Damn thing drives me fucking nuts when it goes off.
Well,
Just remind me to take her out, but
no, actually, I was going to say, as fun as this has been, I think we need to wrap today up.
we're about ready?
Yeah, I've got.
Okay.
I got to.
All right, let's do our closing then. All right, I'm back. Well, you about talked out?
I think in rabbit hole tradition, we covered a lot of nothing
We
today.
cover a lot to talk about, don't we? It's funny how AI keeps popping back up into the conversations, though.
I think it is. I mean, and it's going to continue.
Yeah.
I think as we go back and watch these things, we'll dial in on some stuff and touch some stuff. I think me and you need to talk about, how much political, how much theological, how much stuff do we want to do, or do we confine that to specific shows so we can?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can do anything. I mean, I don't want to limit our conversations. Because what the whole purpose of this show is one, you and I, it's rabbit holes, because this is the shit we would talk about all the time anyway.
Right.
Then I'm going to be interviewing, like Miranda's coming on the show. She'll be here Monday. And we're going to talk. What I want to do with special guests is I want to just interview them, like talk about their lives.
Right.
And then if they come back on the show, then we can do some kind of quasi rabbit hole type thing with them. But and then from there, because I want to get the whole purpose of Resilience Radio is to make sure that I want to get people that have been beaten down and then come back up and ask them what brought you back. Why didn't you fucking give up? Why didn't you kill yourself?
Yeah. And I think for me, it's, I want to support that vision 100%. But for me, these conversations and rabbit holes are the other side of that. You haven't been knocked down yet, but kind of give you those little memories and thoughts into the back of your mind. So when you do hit that adversity, it's like, what can bring me back,
or what can stop you from going down that fucking trap?
Exactly.
Yeah. I get you. No, that's a good point. That's our whole point with this is, between you and I, we've lived some fucking lives.
Yeah.
And enough for fucking 4 or 5 lives. And good, bad, and ugly. I mean, I've seen it fucking all. You have too. I mean, it's... So if we can tell some younger guys, gals, things to not do, that... pitfalls we're seeing coming and pitfalls that we've lived through, and, that's the main thing with this is how do you keep fucking going?
Yeah. I mean, ideally, cautionary tales and ways to avoid it, but if you find yourself in the hole, how do you dig yourself out?
Don't fucking don't ever quit and you'll never fucking lose. Don't ever. I was facing 2 fucking life sentences, and I'm sitting here right fucking now, and I'm not facing life sentence. Matter of fact, this shit in 5 years is gone.
Yeah.
Gone. I was facing 35 to fucking life, and they dropped it. Dropped it.
Yeah.
And all my blindness and every fucking thing else. But if I'd have given up, it would have been fucking over. That's it. You don't ever fucking quit, and you don't ever fucking lose. If you keep fucking fighting day in, day out, I mean, when they're feeding you fucking dog food and you're pulling shit out of a fucking toilet for 6 months, don't fucking quit. That's what you keep doing. You don't fucking do the overdose. You don't fucking, you know, if you believe in something, fucking keep believing it. It doesn't make a fuck if an alien comes down into this fucking earth and you just now find out that there's these fucking entities. Who gives a fuck? What you believed in yesterday, believe in it today. You got a fucking path in this life. If you believe in that, go in that fucking path. Make it a good path. Don't make it a bad path. If you make a fucking bad path, more than likely, bad shit's gonna happen to you. So, you know, I mean, there's a little bit, but yeah, Steve, you and I need to, you know, we'll go down these rabbit holes and we'll try to, you know, explain shit that we've seen and done, and you know, and we're gonna keep interviewing people, and we'll have people on the show, and we'll do all these things to, you know, try to make it a good show and make people understand what other people have lived through and how they survived.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, don't ever fucking quit, because you don't know what tomorrow has to bring, and no matter how fucking bad it gets, just keep going.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a good night.
Bye.
You pushed me down, thought I'd stay on the ground, counting me out like the numbers didn't matter. But pressure builds diamonds in the dark, and I've been sharpening my edge in the chatter. Every scar turned into strategy, every setback fueled my clarity. I took the hits, learned the game, turned my losses into fame. Now I'm coming back strong, and you'll remember my name. I'm rising through the fire.